We read the champs, Coach.
Oh, Jason. Hey, I'm excited we got a region championship, but now ain't the time to celebrate, my man. We still got a lot of football left to play. But congratulations to the Dublin Irish on securing a region championship this year. But, hey, we still got one more regular season game to go and hopefully several more weeks after that.
He's got it. You're watching 3rd and 3 with Coach Roger Holmes. All right, folks, welcome back to another episode of 3rd and 3 with Coach Roger Holmes. Having a little fun with the coach. We do want to congratulate our 2019 Region 3 AA champion, Dublin Fighting Irish. Thanks to the Northeast Raiders, we claimed another region championship. We'll talk about that more. You done said it straight. We got more football to play. We still got to play Waco this week, but first let's talk about the absolute craziest football game, Coach, that I've ever seen in my whole life. I've never seen it. It was like a video game. Tell me what you were thinking. Well, don't tell me everything you were thinking, but tell me, how do you manage a game that gets like that?
Jason, it was quite a football night. A lot of points scored. I think it might have been the record for the most points ever scored combined between two teams in the history of Dublin football. I don't like being on the end of that because there's a lot of people out there that think that, you know, Coach Holmes is about offense. No, I know better. Defensive football is an area where we've won a lot of games over the years. You know, offense kind of comes and goes with your skilled kids or your offensive line or what you do best. My old high school football coach taught me a long time ago that playing defense is a lot about getting lined up properly and playing with great heart and being great tacklers. And we made some very crucial mental mistakes the other night, which will shorten our season considerably if we don't get better at that. We did some very poor things in kickoff coverage the other night. That's an area that if we don't get better in, it's going to shorten our season. Offensively, it was a heck of a night for us. I think it was reported that our rushing totals the other night, it was 758 yards, ranked number 8 all-time nationally in the United States under the National Federation. So that was a night to celebrate. A lot of that credit goes to the offensive line, as we've been talking about all year. And our running backs blocked really, really well for each other the other night. So tremendous night. Jaquez Evans continues to impress, and he actually broke the Dublin school record this week.
1 week after tying.
With, what was it, 7 touchdowns, 7 touchdowns.
He had 7 touchdowns.
So that was
running.
That was a heck of a night for us, no question. It probably was a school record with his 375 yards rushing, but Zion Kemp ran for 250.
Yes.
Marcus Adams had 88 rushing, but he had another 40-something in receiving and the touchdown pass. So all in all, a phenomenal night from offensive side of the ball. I think the best news of the night was after the game, one of my coaches walked up to me and said, "Dad," or it was Riley, so he said, "Dad,"
yes, he
not
would.
Coach. And he said, "According to this, Northeast just beat Washington County." I said, "Before I say anything, see if you can confirm that."
Yep.
And it appeared to be the case, and it was the case. So the conversation after the game was short and sweet. Great win. Moving on to next week, and by the way, you're region champs. So Northeast upset Washington County last week. So we know we're jumping into a hornet's nest Friday night. Washington County, with a win over us, will be the 3rd seed. If they lose to us, they'll be the 4th seed. So they're playing for a lot there. But Dublin, Washington County is always a knockdown, drag-out match, and their kids have a lot of pride. Coach Ingram and that staff over there have a lot of pride. There's nothing more that they'd like better than to come in here and spoil Dublin's opportunity to have an undefeated regular season.
Well, the thing is, Coach, we all know Washington County always brings talented young men out and on the field. They're great coaching staff. They have good discipline. They play hard. They played a talented Northeast team, let's just be honest. But the fact of the matter is, if we want to be one of a handful of Dublin teams that have ever gone undefeated in the regular season, we have to handle our business. And the fact is, I think this will only be like the fourth or fifth time period that we've ever gone undefeated in the regular season.
Well, I'm not sure about that, but all I know is, we told our folks when we got ready to play Northeast how talented those running backs were, how big and physical they were up front. And I'm not sure that the Washington County young men, and this is a hard thing to do, is to stay focused from week to week and not overlook somebody.
Right.
And I'm afraid that could have gotten them a little bit the other night. They just weren't quite as mentally sharp as they needed to be. As good as the two running backs were for Northeast, I think we got the same thing we're looking at, obviously, with the guys from Washington County.
Well, we'll get that phone call later. It's just like celebrating that region title. We'll do that in January, so you might get that phone call returned in January because we're kind of busy right now. But the fact is, Coach, we kind of already hit it on Waco. We know what they're going to be. We know what they're going to bring. We also want to remind folks this week is also senior night. Going to be celebrating a whole pile of young men that are making contributions for the Irish. I know every year you get excited about senior night, getting to celebrate all these young men that are making great contributions. What is it like for you to see this class come together as a team and be making this kind of a push?
Well, I think it's a testament to these young men. A lot of them played when they were ninth graders. They had to step in and they had to play. So you knew there was some potential coming out of some of these young men. It's always great to see them grow up and become young men and be able to move on and plan for their next career, whether it be going to college, going to the service, or going to work. It's all the same to me, as long as when they leave this football program, they've learned some of those life lessons about commitment and hard work and dedication. But I'll probably be crying at the banquet, though, because at that point you realize you're not going to have some of those talented young people anymore to work with. But that's what high school coaching is. And, Friday night will be a big night. It's always a special night for those seniors' parents. They put a lot into helping these young people get to where they are. So, obviously, the parents want to be happy, and the way for them to be happy is their son find a way to win on that night.
Well, that's the hope, because we'd like to do several things here. Go ahead and finish out an undefeated regular season. We've already got the number 1 seed for Region 3AA, and go ahead and be in a real positive direction when we head into the playoffs, because after this week, there's no guarantees. You play, and better team wins and moves on, and we want to be the better team, hopefully, for another 5 weeks. Well, Coach, we're not going to talk playoffs. That'll be next week. But this week, we still got to talk about mustaches. So we're going to mustache Coach a question. All right, Coach, this week we're doing heavy hitters because we've got a heavy hitter game on us with Waco. We're not wasting any time. It's going to be Tom Selleck of Magnum PI fame, probably one of the most historic mustaches in history, versus another heavyweight hitter in Burt Reynolds. Now, Coach, I've got my suspicions on where you're going to lean, but I'm going to let you be the choice. Who you got this week, Tom or Burt?
I got to go with Burt because he was a football player for the Florida State Seminoles.
And heard they're needing a coach. He's taken, so you can't have him.
They can get me for what they were paying that other guy.
Which I think he's going to be making a pretty penny to not have to coach football.
Not a bad deal.
So, I mean, hey, do what you got to do.
I got the wrong agent, but I'm happy where I am.
And we're glad that you're happy, and we're glad that you guys tuned in this week. We hope that you'll come out this Friday and celebrate these young men as they try to be one of a handful of teams who finished undefeated in the regular season. Also want to tell you next week we'll be putting out info concerning ticket sales for the playoffs. Pack this Shamrock Bowl. Show these young men how special they really are, and be sure to tune in to 3rd and 3 with Coach Roger Holmes. Coach, we region champ. We don't want to go.